Kids of all ages love to have their faces painted, so it's the perfect thing to learn how, if you have young kids, or you're planning to have a birthday party for your children. With this in mind, here are a few tips for people just starting out in face painting. 1. If you're painting a design that needs a large area to be covered with paint, use a sponge instead of a brush. Why? Because applying the paint with a sponge means it will dry quicker. It's a good idea to have a few sponges set aside if you need to use different colors, because this means you won't have to try and clean the sponge for each color, which would take time. 2. Always let the first color dry before you start painting on a second. If you forget to wait for it to dry, the colors will most likely mix and you're going to have to start from scratch again. 3. Make sure you know what you want the finished face to look like. Don't make it up as you go along. You need to be able to paint faces rather quickly, as if you have children, you already know that kids aren't always very patient, and they may get bored or restless if you're thinking on what to paint next. 4. If you're not good at painting freehand yet, don't be afraid to use a stencil. You can get stencils of stars, hearts, flowers, and all sorts of things. These are perfect for stenciling on a cheek. You'll need stencils of different sizes to accommodate different face sizes. 5. If you want something faster than stenciling, why not try temporary tattoos? Make sure the person's skin doesn't react badly to it first, by asking them, or their parents, or testing it on a small area first. 6. If you have a line of kids ready to have their faces painted, ask them to be thinking about what they would like a few minutes before it's actually their turn. You don't want to be delayed while each kid thinks of what he or she would like painted on their face. 7. Remember to have a mirror with you at all times so you can show the person what you have painted, and to make sure they're happy with your work. 8. Professional face paint and stage makeup can be quite expensive, especially if you're planning to paint a lot of faces. You can make your own simple face paint with cheaper ingredients. A quick search on Google will find you plenty of ideas that you can use to make your own face paint with. Bear in mind this won't be as good as the professional face paint, so if you can afford it, I would advise you to get the professional stuff.